Hey everybody, I don't remember if Lee's put a video out about it, but Lee is kind of laid up at the house. She had foot surgery the Monday before Thanksgiving, so both of her feet had some bunions on them, so we had those cut off. So she's sequestered to the house for another 3 weeks or so. But she asked me to come out and kind of give a baby update. So I guess we'll start right here with the big Gunner man. Gunner's doing fine. Last month, Gunner had a girlfriend over, and apparently it appears that the breeding was successful. So with any luck, in the next 2 or 3 months, Gunner's going to have either a son or a daughter move into the little farm homestead and start training as another livestock guardian dog. As for the goats, as best we can tell, all the goats are pregnant. According to the goat gestation calculator, tomorrow, which is the 30th of November, is day one for potential babies to start popping out. And I see down there along the fence line is Cinnamon. Cinnamon is huge, and she has already started bagging up, or has already bagged up, and she's kind of hiding off to herself a little bit. And last year, that's where she had her babies, so she may be getting ready to deliver her babies for this year. Hey Molly. Molly is pudgy a little bit, so she's pregnant, and as you can tell, she's bagging up. Dex is a little pudgy. Cora is really pudgy and bagging up, so she's going to be going here before too long. Persephone, kind of pudgy, but she's not bagging a whole lot. Bootsy there is really fat and bagging up. So like I said, they're all in the ballpark of getting ready to have babies. We've got a few new additions to the farm since the last goat video that we put out. There's Bootsy, she's new. We've got Vixen and Precious down there, they're new. Let's see, who's down here? Granny, you just don't like people, especially me, do you? Because you know I usually do the hoof trimming. Stella is new, and she's pudged up, so she was supposed to have been exposed when we bought her. But she's not bagging up a whole lot yet, so she's probably got a little ways to go. We got Butterscotch there, she's new. I made the mistake of sending Lee to the auction by herself to get one billy goat, and she came back with a billy goat and 3 nanny goats. There's Granny and Moon and Jazz and Dingo. Jazz and Dingo, the little babies here, we were actually not planning to breed them this year. They are Granny's babies from the spring, but we had a tree fall onto the fence between the goat yard and the chicken yard, and it kind of broke some boards loose. So as an emergency fix, we put some cattle panels up against it and pinned it up, and thought we had it pinned pretty well. And then we came down here the next day, and those two little knuckleheads had pushed their way into the goat yard and got themselves exposed to our buck. So they may be pregnant. Hopefully they're just fat, but they may be pregnant as well. And then Raven we got at the auction, and she had some hoof issues, so we had her pinned up separately from everybody else while we cared for some hoof rot on her. And we got her exposed to a buck a little bit, but don't know if she was in heat when she was exposed, so we'll see if she has babies or not. So basically where we are at the moment is 16 breeding does, no bucks, because the bucks already did their business and I don't want to feed them all year. So the bucks went to the auction, and we'll be without a buck until we get ready to breed next fall, and then we'll find us a breeding buck and let him do his thing, and then run through. Hey, Molly. Molly is a very friendly goat. So that's where we are. Oh, we also got this 20 by 20 kind of carport out here that we do most of the feeding in, and hopefully the goats will have babies in some shelter. But that's an update for the goats. Let me go get into the chicken yard, and we'll update you on some rabbits. Okay, we are in the chicken yard and the rabbit yard, and there's kind of an addition. I don't know if we've updated you. This is, Lee's called him Tom Tom. Not sometimes we're not real original, but we started out with 9 baby turkeys. Got 1 left. I don't know. They seem to do everything they possibly can to kill themselves. But let's update with some rabbits. We were pleasantly surprised yesterday. Somehow we had miscalculated, and I don't know if I just didn't update the system, the computer program correctly, but we had 4 mamas that were supposed to have babies a week ago. Well, yesterday, our week ago turned into surprise litters for us. Now, I'm going to check real quick, and what I've done is picked up a little bit of her hair and rubbed it on my hand to get the dog smell off and get her smell on me, so I can get in here with these babies. And we were pleasantly surprised to have Tulip have us a litter of babies. Star over here Also had a litter of babies yesterday. Problem is, she pulled a little bit of hair in the nest box. Not really much at all. And then she had some more hair in there, but not very much. And then she had her babies on the wire. So she lost her first litter. She lost them all. She was supposed to be due a week ago also, but she's not pulling any hair, so don't know what's up with her. Martha here is our purebred Flemish Giant doe, and this is supposed to be her first litter, and she pulled hair today, but hadn't seen any movement in there. I looked a little bit earlier and I didn't see any babies, so she may be just getting ready and gonna have babies today or maybe tonight. Again, she was supposed to have had babies about a week ago. And then this little girl, this is her first litter. And luckily she had her babies in the nest box, and they're buried up in this fur right up front. But what's really interesting with her this time is she built her a nest, a little tunnel back in there, and pulled just a little bit of hair and had babies, but didn't have enough hair for me to feel comfortable with. So what I did is I took the hair from her sister up front, the one that lost her entire litter. She had turned out went and pulled extra hair after the babies were already dead. So I pulled that hair and put it in here and laid it down in front of the nest box right here. And lo and behold, during the night, or yesterday afternoon or in the evening, she took that hair, put it in her nest box right up front, and then moved her babies into her sister's hair. So, you know, I guess a little family love going on there, and whatever works. So hopefully she'll keep her first litter, and here in a week or so we'll go through and count and see how many babies are in each of these litters. So I guess there'll be December surprise numbers for us. We've got some grow outs over here that are going to be ready to either process or find new homes. We got another breeding mama here. She has not had a litter yet. Another mama. Mama with her first litter, and she only had 4 in her first litter, and she has 3 left. There's Martha again. We'll wait and see what happens with her. We've got a few more grow out babies here. We got a mama and her 2 babies that are left. Got some grow outs in here. And we got one more litter. And this is Esri. And Esri has a little bundle of babies in here. Hey, little Hey, little. These guys should be opening their eyes here real soon. Yeah, that one's got his eyes open already. So she had 9, lost 1, so she's got 8 babies left, but she's taking really good care of them. There's Mama Esri down there. She's a little camera shy sometimes. Hey, Mama. So, okay, well, there's kind of the update in the barnyard. Oh, yesterday, first time in a month we had chicken eggs. I was so happy to find 2 eggs in our hen house. So we threw some corn at them a day or 2 ago. Kind of give them a little update or jump start on their body temps. And 2 days after we gave them some corn, they popped out 2 eggs. So I'm going to take a peek and see if we've had any more during the day. Probably not, because they had their eggs right over in there. They have decided they don't like their nest box very much, for whatever reason. So we will maybe change out the nest box. Lee bought a new one from Amish folks that have got the little roll-away or roll-down egg chute. But we'll update you on that when we get a chance. And get ready to put it up once Lee gets moving around a little bit more. So anyway, that's it for the animal update. I got to go get them some water going on, and we'll update you on the next video.